Okay, so to start, what you want to do is to open up your image from your photo shoot, and then what we're going to do is we're going to make the background dark. So we need to select that, and there's loads of different ways you can do that. The easiest one to do to get a really accurate selection is to use the polygon lasso tool. And so what you're going to do is just point and click all the way around. The closer you zoom in, the more accurate your selection will be. For the purpose of this video, just to show you what you need to do, I do it quite quickly and quite inaccurately, but it just shows you the process that you need to do. Okay, as you get towards the end, what you need to do is make sure that the selection goes outside of the image and then connects back together, and then just click delete and then select deselect to get rid of the selection. Or you can keep the selection in there and you can fill in that background dark in the style of the artist and then deselect it. Then change the image to black and white, going to image, adjustments, desaturate. Then you go to filter, filter gallery, and click on graphic pen, and then use the sliders to get the effect that you want. I'll show you a little bit later how to do an edit in the same style but without this sort of like pen element, so that if you wanted to copy it later, then you can do that. And that's why I duplicate the layer here, because it would be easier to copy an actual image than copying like an edited image to look like a drawing, if that makes sense. So I do one of each for each edit. Then what I'm going to do is to open the backgrounds that I'm going to put this man onto. But before I do that, I'm going to go to select color range, select the white area, and just rub it out so that I'll be able to see the images that I'm about to open below the drawing, or below the image. So what I've done is I've got a letter and an envelope as well that I open a little bit later. Obviously don't get an image with a watermark on it. This was just for the sake of the video. And then what you want to do is to drag those images into the tab at the top, because as you can see at the top, there's different tabs for each image. And you just want to click on the layer and drag it into that area. And then if you move the layer below the image on the side, then it will be beneath the drawing. And then what I've just done there is saved that picture as a JPEG. So I've got that edit. Then I'm going to edit free transform to make this drawing bigger. Not the drawing, the image, sorry, bigger, so that I can see it beneath the image. So again, edit, free transform, make it larger. That's probably not the best picture to use because it is a little bit pixelated, but again, for the sake of the video, to show you the process, I think it's fine. So file, export as JPEG, that's another edit done. And then what I'm going to do now is make the image look like it's on the envelope. So this might be something that you want to do if you've got a specific piece of paper or something. So what I'm going to do is just crop that so it's the full size of the image. Then I'm going to go to select color range, select the background. I will do that in a minute. I get the layer, drag it in there, So I'm preparing it first. Get the image, make sure it's the right size. Just make that invisible for the time being. Again, select color range, click on the white section, then click delete. Then click on the layer that has the image on it and click delete. Then make the image visible again by clicking the eye icon, and you'll see that the outline to the image and the envelope are exactly the same. And then again, file, export as JPEG, another edit done. And then one more that you might want to do is when you just use the image and you edit that, and you might want to make it opaque, so change the opacity so it overlays like that. Or one other thing that you can do is to change the setting on the layer that isn't the image. So the layer that has the text or the found paper on, if you go to change the opacity, then go to overlay, it'll have that nice sort of combined effect as well. And then again, export as JPEG. Now what you can do as well is go to File, Save as PSD, which is a Photoshop file, and that means that you'll have all of these layers here saved, so that if you wanted to insert another paper, you have the edited image and this image here, and all you just need to do is slot it back in so that you don't have to keep editing that image there. But if you wanted to use a completely different person, like a different image from your photo shoot, then again you just follow that same process and you can quickly do all of those edits really, really nicely.